Over the Americana, and then we're going to go over the escape. Okay? So when you first start this, it's going to be like you're a bird landing on a perch. Okay? Their arm is sort of like the branch that you're landing on. Okay? So I want you to control the elbow. Feel that knot. There's a hole just above that bone right there when it's bent. That's kind of what we want to control. And then we're going to control their wrist. As I push their arm down, I'm going to use my weight to get it down. So if they're kind of strong, my weight on it helps get it down. Okay? My elbow is going to go right next to his ear. Now this part's a key point right here. This leg on this side, I'm attacking this arm, but if I don't straighten this leg and hip down, I have to put my hip toward the ground. We call that a hip cut. If I stay up tall, he can just bridge me over real easy, and then he's on top. Okay? Let's back over. And so as you're doing that, you got to stay real heavy with your hip so that basically do the bridge and reach that way. The bridge and reach that way. So when he's trying to bridge and roll me off, that's what his body's doing. So my hip is going to push him back down on that side. Okay? So when I fall to this side, I straighten the hip on that side. Okay? So now if he tried to bridge me up and over, I'm based onto that hip really heavy. Okay? Now I'm going to go under his arm and grab my own arm. These are both thumbless grips. Okay? I'm going to roll both arms and I'm going to bring his elbow toward his ribs. Okay? It's almost like I'm trying to make his elbow touch his ribs. Okay? Don't go hard or fast, you'll hurt his shoulder. Okay? So I'm here, elbow to the ribs. Okay? So again, I'm up tall. And again, I don't get your arms crisscrossed as you're going. It's like a bird landing on a perch. Okay? Or on a branch. Gideon, your eyes should be up here so you know what you're doing. Then my elbow goes next to his ear. Don't hit your partner's face as you're doing that. That gives me the correct angle. Every time I see someone lose this, they're just trying to do it up here. You can't get them from up here, okay? You have to be able to push that all the way down as you go. So elbow next to the what? Ear. Good. And then I hip cut. I lace underneath and grab my own wrist. Watch both my wrists. See how they're turning? That makes it super tight. Then elbow to his ribs. Now you guys tell me what to do.
Like a perch.
Like a bird on a perch. Then what?
Push his arm down. Then you hip cut.
Elbow. Yes, nice, Ren. Then what?
Next to his ear. Hip cut.
Lace under. Then what?
Twist your
Yes, good job. Then what?
Put him to his hip.
Good job. What's that called?
Americana.
Americana. Good. That's called, in the early days, that was just an upward bent arm lock, and that was a downward bent arm lock. But when they fight all the American wrestlers always went for that, and in catch wrestling, that's known as a top wrist lock. And so they began to call it an Americana, because when the Americans, they fought, always used that. Okay? And so, go slow with your partner. I'll take you through about 3, and then you'll show me for a minute each. Okay? So ready on 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at me. You two scoot way down so I can see you. Aiden, please hurry. Way down. Okay? Person on top sitting up high for me. Bottom person, hands up. Thomas, copy and listen, please. You're going to land like a bird on a perch. Fall down on the arm and put your elbow next to the ear. Lace, your elbow's not next to his ear. Your elbow is not next to his ear. Thank you. Please pay attention. Hip cut on the far side. I didn't say get off of them. I said hip cut. Hip cut means to drop your hip down. Lace under the arm and grab your own wrist. Then throttle it a little bit to take up the slack, turn in it, and then slowly, slowly elbow to the ribs. When they tap, stop immediately and back up to mount. Jack, we never flop like a fish. Grab the wrist and elbow. elbow next to the ear. Hip cut. We don't go to our foot. This knee should be down. You have two knees. This knee should be down. Please listen to my words. It'll save you push-ups. Can't hop in your body. I only have words to tell you with. Slide under their arm and grab the wrist. Turn it to take up the slack. Slowly, slowly, elbow to ribs. Good. You just slide down just a little bit so you don't get your finger caught in the tape line. Same thing with you guys. Down just a little bit for me. So you don't get your finger jammed over there. Alright, ready. Like a bird on a perch. Elbow to ear. Hip cut. Slide underneath and grab. Turn it to take up the slack. Elbow to ribs. Good. On your own, over and over again for 1 minute. You may begin. Tap your partner, not the mat. Knee down, get in. Don't go to your foot when you hip cut. Stay on your knee. Not to your foot, so your knee down. Go on. Breathe. You gave him all of this space. Knee down, and then hip turn. Knee down. Try to keep that knee on the floor. And continue. And switch to the other person.